All right, so for the last 6 weeks of this semester for the $100 challenge, I chose to be Mr. Handyman here in Gresham, Oregon. We're located just outside of downtown Portland, Oregon. And what this Mr. Handyman included was pressure washing services. I thought that this would be a good idea because I had all of the equipment, so that there wasn't going to be any extra expenses or costs to start up this venture. And I also found out and did a little bit of studying before and realized that there wasn't any pressure washing services within about a 15 to 20 mile distance from where we live here. And I thought that it would be a quick and affordable service that would be able to be done pretty easily. It was close and convenient for the people that live around me, whether it be in my neighborhood, in my stake boundaries, within the church. I thought that it was going to be a little bit different. I looked and I realized that there was a lot of contracts and signing of papers and a lot of hassle that would have to be done with other pressure washing services. The closest one to me, it's called Snugs Pressure Washing Services. And there was lots of contracts that had to be done. There was extra fees for more equipment, for more people to come to do it quickly. And so I kind of just wanted to find a little bit of a niche to be able to do it quicker for my clients, for my customers, and to kind of do it with my own little spark to it. So my revenues, it took me a while obviously to get off um, from zero. So obviously here it shows that in week 3 was finally my first couple sales. I had to do a lot of advertising and talking to a lot of people. I talked to a lot of the people that I live by in my neighborhood. I went door to door actually with a couple flyers, just introducing myself and showing them a few of the pictures of work that I've done just on my own, aside and apart from the $100 challenge. And it kind of got things going. Word of mouth was a big thing. So the profit and loss here. So I just spent $10 at the very beginning for advertising purposes, and this $10 came out of my pocket because I knew it wasn't a big expense. The revenue from before, it was $120 through the 6 weeks. So that comes out that the total profit was $110 altogether. And here the revenue was generated on only 5 sales. So it kind of was hard for me to actually close a sale, which is something that I realized over these 6 weeks, that to be able to find people interested and find people that were willing to purchase my service, it was a little bit difficult. But something that I realized is that out of $120 revenue wise, in 5 sales, an average each sale was $24. And those $24 came from about maybe a half an hour to an hour worth of work. So that's actually a pretty good margin, and I wasn't spending much money, obviously knowing that I had a lot of this equipment from before. So what happened? The weather was a huge factor here. So I chose to go through with this venture in sunny months of when I was in Houston, Texas. I completed my internship and then I came back here to my actual home here in Gresham, Oregon. And as you can see here on the right side, the precipitation, it rained an incredible amount in the month of November and December, which is the months that we actually brought to pass this $100 challenge. I transitioned a bit during the 3rd week. I also started gutter cleaning. I did a couple of those for a couple of my customers. I had trouble finding. Another thing was I had trouble finding extra time to carry out the services. I'm working full time, and then I have other obligations on the side. So to be able to find the time that I really wanted to put in, it wasn't there, and so I could have done better in that aspect. Some successes that I had, the costs were extremely low. The prices were competitive with the competitors around here with actual professional services. The jobs were done quickly, like I had said before. It took about 35 minutes to an hour to finish a project. And then someone here said I didn't know my retaining wall was that color. So the results were actually very, very good once I actually closed the sale. Some things I learned here, things don't go as planned. So obviously we have to keep a positive attitude with all that we do. And if things don't go as planned as at the very beginning, if we have that positive attitude throughout, things will start to look up, and not giving up and not being saddened by the results that we're getting. I've seen a lot of people, and in this class I've read a lot of case studies where things don't go as planned, but if someone works hard and really likes what they're doing and really is convinced that their product or their service is what their customer needs, they'll have success. And also I asked a lot of questions to people that I looked up to, mentors that I have, and they gave me a lot of success, or a lot of advice and a lot of help to actually go and seek out the results that I was looking for. So that's kind of my project, and I know that I could have done better, and I look forward to seeing what kind of things I can do in the future with future ventures.